do something. You guys, your boy Ray's a little bit disappointed. It is currently April 20th at the point that I'm recording this video, and yesterday was a very significant day. April 19th, the anniversary of the Wkbrl livestream. And for the very first time in years, literally nothing happened yesterday. I waited and waited and waited on bated breath for something to actually happen in the realm of Wkbrl or Star Park in areas where it might make sense for it to actually happen, such as the livestream itself. The Brawl Stars social medias, the starpark.biz website, literally you think of it, I checked it, and nothing. Nothing. As I mentioned before in previous videos, the ramp up or the build up to this year's anniversary of the Wkbrl livestream was pretty dang crazy. There's a lot of juicy sneak peeks or Easter eggs of Star Park, and it just makes sense to predict something would come out on April 19th, seeing that every single year that we've known of the Wkbrl on April 19th, something significant happened. Now, of course, there was like some stuff that came out yesterday, which we will be going over here in today's video, but nothing along the lines of, like, say for example last year. Last year on April 19th, believe it or not, the live stream still existed, but we had some changes to the audio. We had some sirens cutting in, some blank cutouts or pauses from the repeating ongoing audio of "I already told you this is normal." And then a girl appeared in the audio sounding a lot like Jessie, trying to get into the Wkbrl live stream room where it appeared to be locked from the inside. Just about 2 months later, on June 2nd, we again had another update to the live stream where it had some water sounds, some droplets, which we expected or theorized that it was giving us sneak peeks for the upcoming water park update, with Buzz as the main chromatic brawler being released. We then fast forward a month later to July 4th, where there was 10 new photos found on the starpark.biz website, all pertaining to the water park update as well. Another month later, on August 7th, we had the complete rebranding of the Wkbrl livestream, which was quite shocking to say the least, with over 100 new sounds being added to its arsenal, which is insane, right? It was very mind-bending, hard to figure out and cipher through all the new stuff. Again, another month later, a very hectic month to say the least with Wkbrl, but the live stream ended up going completely silent, and here we are today. The live stream is still silent. Now, the reason I'm bringing up the events of the live stream last year is to showcase the dramatic difference that we have this year. Of course, with last year's situation, it all kind of started with one spark on that day, April 19th, where we had significant changes to the live stream after it was repeating itself for a very, very long time, but we didn't have that spark this time around. So it's making me a little bit worried that we actually will never end up getting it back. And again, things are a bit different this year. The live stream is literally not going or anything like that, so it might be different this time around. I think there is still a slim chance something might end up happening. It doesn't have to be on the exact anniversary date, but you can expect our disappointment here in the community, being that every single year leading up to this point on April 19th, something occurred. But I would say just kind of be on the lookout for a little bit here, a couple days before we lose all hope, you know? I'm just really surprised, to be completely honest, that nothing ended up happening yesterday. All the cards were on the table. We had the sneak peeks leading up to it, sneak peeks of which we haven't really seen in a very long time, such as that 419 Easter egg in this photo, having the 4 over there as well as the 19. Guys, when those two numbers pop up in the same photo, I'm telling you, something significant is behind it. And other things such as this riddle over here on Twitter, solved to be Wkbrl, a group of 5, no longer alive, you'll find us all in Wkbrl, and confirmed by Danny that it actually was Wkbrl, the riddle solved. So the potential for it to come back yesterday was all there, and I don't feel bad predicting it whatsoever in several Brawl News episodes, because it was literally smacking us in the face. So many fun sneak peeks of Star Park and Wkbrl after a very long pause of Easter eggs in general in that department. Star Park logos popping up here and there, just kind of keeping that spirit alive as if it wasn't dead yet. But seeing that nothing ended up happening yesterday, it's really making me worried, as I said before. So I guess the main question here is, what comes next, right? What are the possibilities here after something not happening yesterday? I guess the way that I'm thinking about it now is, if the Wkbrl live stream doesn't end up coming back, it doesn't mean that we won't be getting like Star Park lore or anything anything like that. We don't necessarily need the live stream. It was just kind of something that reached out to the community, giving a ton of information about Star Park, where at the time we really didn't know a whole lot about it. So I guess we have the live stream to thank for that, at least, even though it's not here anymore. So now that we actually do have all this information and we know a lot about the backstory here in Star Park, you could argue that the purpose of the Wkbrl live stream is kind of used up, like it's not as necessary as it once was, right? But again, it's important to discern that Wkbrl and Star Park are two different things. Both have their same purpose, and Star Park very still alive and well with the lore intact, which is why I still think the next update is going to be pretty involved with Star Park lore. There's just too much that happened leading up to this point. If you guys need a rundown, I made a video very recently about all the different examples leading up that Star Park might be related in this next season 12 update. And I know I'm being a little bit nihilistic here in the video, kind of looking ahead into the future without a Wkbrl live stream, but again, it's important to keep in mind that it's not over yet. We have a window that I think it's still capable of stuff happening, but it's just a little bit less likely seeing that the actual main date has come and gone, where it'd be their best way to bring it back on that specific date. But just make sure to keep that on the lookout still. But with the kind of disappointing news out the way, I do want to go over some of the things that actually kind of were talked about yesterday. There was certain things that came to the forefront, though not super crazy important or anything like that. It's still something that came out that day. And that is, of course, this tweet that came out one day ago on April 19th from Brawl Stars over here on Twitter. Oh no, it's Spikezilla. What other mutated brawlers would you like to see, and how would they mutate? So very strange but fitting picture as to what's been happening here in the season 11 update, right? Spike is a plant. It would make sense that some of these chemicals would react with him in a very strange way. We have a huge Spike running rampant here in the biodome. But from this, not a whole lot is really given to us in the realm of sneak peeks or anything like that. As I mentioned in a previous Brawl News episode, this photo kind of falls under that umbrella of just kind of getting interaction inside of the Brawl Stars community, not necessarily ripe with sneak peeks or Easter eggs or anything like that, just a fun photo for the community. So you would expect our somewhat disappointment in like the Wkbrl or Star Park research community, whatever you want to call it, when a photo like this was posted, nothing really pertaining to live stream or Star Park, right? But other than that, guys, other than this photo, nothing came out, nothing changed, nothing popped up. People were searching and searching and searching, and this was the only thing that ended up happening. And still, now on April 20th, not much has happened either, except this photo that came out, of course, with Eve's second gadget being released today. We have Eve working on her spaceship, and it appears that there has been some pretty dang big modifications to this already. If you guys take a look at the back here, we have some like souped up parts on it, like a motorcycle or race car parts to make it go faster. Some other really interesting things is there's some compartments here on the bottom that symbolize gadgets as well as the star power, as if you can kind of insert it into the ship that way. But with the modifications to the spaceship alone, it has gotten a lot of people talking inside of the community that this might be an homage to like racing inside of Brawl Stars, maybe an update like that, though it is a crazy stretch. And I'm not really humoring the theory in my mind as well, but I guess we did have some artwork in the past of racing and stuff like that. We theorized at the time maybe sometime in the very near future we'd have like a mini game added to Brawl Stars with racing involved. So I guess it's pretty interesting that's popping up once again here, kind of like a race car spacecraft. But taking a look at some of the other things here, the smaller details, we have a coffee cup there in the background, a vice grip or whatever you want to call it. We have these stickers on the spaceship, which hasn't really translated to anything significant that anyone has found so far after this photo has been posted. Maybe it's something important, though it hasn't been really found yet. We have K-I-I-T-Y or K-I-I-R. Who the heck knows, man? Is that an I, another I? It's hard to make it out. I thought it was Kitty at first. It might be Kit, but I think that's a long shot for sure. We have R-E-T dash equals, or some people have thought that that equals was a Z, so ret equals z rets, or just RET, who the heck knows, ret. Maybe a sneak peek of the name of the brand new brawler coming out here in season 12. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised at this point, guys. The Brawl Stars dev team always is keeping us on our toes with juicy sneak peeks and stuff like that. It's a definite long shot, but it's always important to have all the possibilities, right? We have a ton of sticky notes that you can't really make out because of the windshield of this spaceship, but yeah, I don't think it's meant for us to be making out anything, just the shapes here. We have the heart sticky note, something on it, and nothing really legible. We have a big Brawl box toolbox there. We have some things going on here with the computer. It looks like she decided to go with the shield gear as well as the damage gear. Not sure what this would be meant to symbolize or anything like that. I think the red is damage. We have movement or something like that, and maybe like a special ability with the blue. We then have, of course, this glowing one, maybe symbolizing like a star power or something like that, or Eve ended up selecting that plus button there for the damage. Who the heck knows? I don't think anything super significant with that though. We have some other things such as this. It's the star power as well as gadgets that Eve has, as if it was like exiting the vehicle or spacecraft, getting dislodged from it or something like that. And that's basically it. The only other thing that I thought was kind of interesting is the very first glance that I had at this in the bottom right hand corner is I thought it was a hand, dude, but I think it's just like a broken wire or vent or piping or something like that. So yeah, that's it with this photo. I don't think anything crazy significant. I would say probably the most important or something that has potential would be these stickers up here, the ret dash equal, or the ret Z, or the KIIT. Who the heck knows? But yeah, guys, that's it. That is literally all that's happened these last couple days. On April 19th, we got this photo, and now April 20th, though April 20th is still ongoing, something else might end up happening. I'm going to keep my eyes on literally anything inside of the community. If it's noteworthy, I'll be sure to let you guys know about it, but that's it, guys. That's it for this year's anniversary. It's nuts. But yeah, everyone, I wanted to make this video to check in with you guys and give you my perspective as to what kind of happened yesterday as well as today. Seeing that the Wkbrl is kind of like my bread and butter, I've been literally covering it since we first discovered it. So I felt like it was kind of important to at least make this video on it. And make sure to keep in mind your boy Ray's still going to be on the lookout for stuff. If stuff ends up happening, you can find it here on this channel. And of course, we do have probably an update right around the corner, which I also would like to remind you of. We theorized that it's going to be somewhat related to Star Park. I think that still holds. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. I'm assuming the Brawl Talk, which other people have also speculated at this point as well, is going to be sometime this weekend. But other than that, that's basically it, everyone. Just a nice friendly check-in with Wkbrl as well as Star Park on its anniversary. But yeah, everyone, I think that's just about it here for this video today. Of course, with these types of videos, it's always really nice to get some of your feedback or your perspective of the stuff that's been happening, just for my 2 cents and other people's as well. When they're reading through the comments, it's nice to get discussion going on these types of episodes, so that would be really nice. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to slap a like on it. Really appreciate that. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep on following Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Adios and take care.